Hello everybody, welcome back to Sports Federation TV. It's of course Friday night and we talk to you about what's happening in the world of sport in the Western Cape. Len Yukta is not available today and I'll be standing in for you, or at least standing in for her for you tonight. My name is JP Nordia and I will be speaking to you tonight about what's happening in the world of women's golf, Western Province ice hockey, black ball and drum majorettes. And for those of you that just tuned in for the first time, the Sports Federation TV show looks after the sports in the Western Cape across all 6 of the districts. But we'll talk to you a little bit more about that during the course of the show and maybe try and explain to you the difference in the districts, as well as some information around the colours process and what it means to be a provincial player. Being, of course, that you need to play for the province, and that would be the Western Cape province. Joining me on the show right now is, of course, the Vice President of SA Women's Golf, Sarah Braude, and Maureen Weimar, the President of Western Province Women's Golf. Ladies, welcome to Sports Federation TV.
Thank you, JP. Thank you.
You're going to have to speak a lot louder than that. I know when you're in the golf course, you're always rah, 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 loud, huh?
No, the rules of golf actually make you be quiet.
But I've got Sarah. I don't know. I think we probably met first before I met Maureen, and we've been working together now for the last couple of years in the sports space. You're obviously very involved with the administrative side of things, but you're also the Vice President of SA Women's Golf.
Yes, recently nominated and took up that position. Quite exciting. My roots started with Western Province Golf.
Yeah.
But administration women's golf is my passion.
So tell us a little bit about that Western Province. I mean, then Maureen, you've now, of course, taken over, but there was quite a foundation laid here at Western Province Women's Golf. You guys have had tremendous successes over the years.
Yes, we have, and it's all really thanks to Sarah's very hard work. And we did nominate her as a finalist for the Sports Administrator of the Year, and she became a finalist, and I think it was very well done.
Yeah, congratulations on that. It completely slipped my mind. You walked away with the prize, I think, at the Cape Town Sports Awards so far, because the provincial ones are still coming up.
They are, yes. It was an honour to be nominated. In fact, a complete surprise, and certainly being a finalist was a humbling experience. And to be amongst the company of such great sports people within the district is quite amazing, and to hear their stories as well. So
what does that mean? What is it? How do you become a good administrator? I mean, how do you win that prize? I mean, what do you do?
As I said, the passion in women's amateur golf, in particular, the development side of it, is key, and that's really the focus in women's golf South Africa as well, around the development and growing the game.
But it's not just that. I mean, you're kind of giving it broad strokes. In the absence of you telling the true story, let me embellish a little bit further. It's about going to meetings, it's about doing all the paperwork, it's about making sure there's good governance, reporting back on what you spent your money on. It's a long list of things that you have to do every single day. Take phone calls in the middle of the night.
Most definitely, and people are passionate about the sport, so you are at the other end of an email or phone call, and as you rightly say, the governance is critical, and the administration of the sport covers everything, from running tournaments to selecting teams to developing squads in terms of long-term athlete development, etc., and particularly also on the ground.
Talking about development, Maureen, you got Western Province Women's Development Program running at the moment.
Yes.
It's been going for a while, but it's ongoing. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we have our original node, which was at the River Club, and we realised that we...
Is that the Girls Love Golf?
It's in incorporation of that.
Right.
But we realised that we needed to expand because the biggest problem in South Africa is transport. So we needed to, rather than the girls coming to us, we needed to move to the girls or into the nearabouts. So we formed a new node at Northern Suburbs at Durbanville Golf Club. And that was so successful that we moved off onto Helderberg as well. And at Strand Golf Club, which they although they're situated at the golf clubs, they are feeders for the whole entire region.
And where do you recruit? That
is our biggest problem. Well, we are trying very hard with our campaign at all the golf clubs. We've developed what we call our 4 steps to becoming a girl golfer.
Yeah.
And all those posters are now up at the golf clubs. And also we're going into schools. We're trying very hard to get our posters and word of mouth into schools in the areas.
Folks, you're watching Sports Federation TV. We come to you every Friday night and we talk about sport in the Western Cape. And for those of you that are just watching for the first time, many of you, well, everybody in South Africa understands the word called transformation, but in the world of sport, there is a broader picture called the Transformation Charter. Now, the Transformation Charter is made of 6 different dimensions with 48 different questions, so with several different components in it, from demographics to capacity to high performance to good governance, and the list goes on. And that is what the Transformation Charter is all about in South Africa. And that's what sports administrators work towards, is the Charter. Sarah, from the Charter point of view and the transformation point of view, and listening to what I'm hearing now, you're definitely ticking some of the capacity building boxes.
Most definitely. You know, across the country, each provincial union has a responsibility to have its own charter, which talks to the national charter, but more importantly, what's tangibly happening on the ground in terms of their development programs. And the coaching nodes are vast and throughout the country, and the age group in our senior rankings, really interesting enough, is largely through the juniors. The juniors dominate our senior rankings, which are for 19 and older players.
So what are your youngest kids?
The youngest girls, and that's another interesting thing, is joining the development coaching nodes, are 5 years old these days. 5 to 7 is the predominant age group, which is phenomenal.
A five-year-old golfer.
5-year-old young girls starting the game, passionate, loving it, having fun at the same time.
Take a look here. We got a picture here. Is this one of the? There's a nice picture here. That looks like the River Club.
Correct.
From the back end.
Correct.
That's where the Mashi course is. 2 girls playing there?
Yes, Women's Golf South Africa has future champions clinics in addition to what the unions are doing.
Yeah.
And those are girls at one of those clinics at the River Club. We hold them across the country, and they're available to any young girl wishing to start the game. Again, part of the grassroots and development program. Girls just loving it, you know.
Yeah, girls love golf. Yeah.
As you say, girls love golf, and another clinic as well in all age groups. And what we also try and do is those girls that are in the South African Elite program give of their time at these clinics.
And this young lady with the trophy here?
That is Kajal Mystery. She's actually ranked #1 on the junior and senior rankings. She holds a double, and she's recently won the South African Amateur Stroke Play Championship, represented South Africa, and the great thing is that she's come through a development structure in the Gauteng region.
Maureen, you got a couple of coaching courses as well going on at the moment. How do the young golfers get involved in that?
Well, our coaching is every Saturday morning at the 3 nodes that we have at different levels, and as they progress and they get a handicap, so then they can move into our junior squad, which then feeds this whole
the whole machine.
Holding the trophies.
We've got a poster, I believe we've got a poster here of an event that you've got coming up. Is this the Western Province Junior Golf poster?
Yes, that epitomizes what our coaching nodes are all about, and that there is free coaching for an hour every Saturday morning at 3 of those
And that's the River Club, it's at the Durhamville Golf Club and at the Strand Golf Club.
Correct.
All right. So other than on this poster, and I see the first hour is free.
It's every Saturday, every 1 hour free
I love
coaching.
it when the first hour is free.
No, the every hour for the whole term.
Every hour?
Every hour.
What do you mean every hour? You mean the whole course is free?
Yeah. The whole course
course is free. All right.
Just to add to that, the reason being is that every golfer who's affiliated to a golf club, through their annual subscriptions or memberships, a portion is redirected back into the development program.
Right.
So that helps the union structures to provide free coaching across the country if it's through a union-based program.
That's a fantastic model. It's actually something that most of the sports should be adopting, where there's almost like a registration fee that you pay to your national body, and then your national body can then administer the sport effectively. So well done. Right, folks, we're going to have to leave it at that. Congratulations once again, Sarah, on your award as Administrator of the Year. The adjudication will now take place for the provincial awards, and then of course it goes up to the national awards, the Sport and Rec South Africa. Maureen, do you think she's in with a shot?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've never met anyone who is so passionate, who eats, sleeps and dreams about golf, especially amongst the young girls. And promotes it amazingly.
Well, Maureen, thanks to you for joining us on the show, and congratulations on your position in Western Province or Cape Town. And keep up the good work, and we look forward to seeing you. I'm sure you don't love every meeting, but we look forward to seeing you at more meetings.
No, we do, and we, again, as I say, we're very passionate about what we do, and sincere about what we want, how we want to change things, especially for young girls, because getting into golf is not a straightforward thing usually for a girl. So we're trying to make it as smooth a path as possible.
Folks, incidentally, if you are watching now, let me just remind the federations that are watching that there is a Women and Girls workshop next week, Wednesday, at the Sports Science Institute, starting at 6 o'clock through to 8 o'clock. So please, if you're a federation, you are supposed to have a woman and girls representative at your federation. So make sure that they go to the, at least and of course you have to RSVP through your federation. All your federations would have got an invite already. So get somebody out there on Wednesday night next week. That's the 29th, or is it the 30th? Wednesday the 30th at Sports Science Institute. But you must, of course, apply through your federation. They'll send you a form to RSVP with. Maureen, thank you very much for joining us. Sarah, we will catch up with you soon, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see you at the Western Cape Provincial Sports Awards.
Thank you, JP.
Folks, that's a wrap from us here in terms of the world of golf. When we come back from golf, we're going to be taking a look at what's happening in the world of women's ice hockey. So it certainly looks like it's Women's Month, and we're supporting the ladies out there in the world of sport. When we come back, we'll be speaking to Nadine Sheffield. She's, of course, from Western Province Ice Hockey, as well as Karen Mart-Lotter joining us after the break. Back in a sec.